Hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Justina, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back and thank you for joining me today. So here today, I'm going to explore the energies of the upcoming new moon in Leo happening on the 4th of August at 12 degrees of Leo. So if you have any placements at 12 degrees of Leo, or if your birthday falls on the 4th or around this date, then you will be under a greater influence of this particular new moon. Now, those with their birthday on the 4th, happy birthday, and bear in mind that this coming year will be filled with new beginnings, or at least one major new beginning in your life. Now, any placements here in your chart, if you have any placements in the fixed signs, so that would be in Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus, they will be also under a greater influence of this new moon. So we are looking at tight conjunctions, squares, sextiles, trines, oppositions around the 12 degree of the fixed signs, 11, 12, 13. All good. And the new moon represents new beginnings, fresh starts, and generally this is the energy of planting seeds for the future growth. Leo, ruled by the sun, is connected to creativity, leadership, self-expression, enthusiasm. It really emphasizes qualities such as confidence, leadership, charisma, and also the desire to shine and stand out. Now, the new moon phase overall marks the beginning of the lunar cycle, so a brand new lunar cycle. It's a time for setting intentions, starting new projects, embracing fresh energies, fresh opportunities as well. Leo's energy is bold, charismatic, passionate, and during the new moon in Leo overall, these qualities are truly amplified, encouraging us and stimulating us to take center stage in our life and also in our career. And this is the perfect time to focus on what makes us shine and what makes us stand out from the crowd. On the same day as this new moon occurs, Mercury will station retrograde in the sign of Virgo. Mercury retrograde is a period when the planet appears to be moving backwards, as seen from the position on Earth. So it's actually an optical illusion. Mercury just appears to be moving backwards, but in reality, it isn't. It's just an optical illusion. Now, Mercury retrograde is often associated with communication issues, delays, and that need to review, reassess our plans, goals, objectives. And while Mercury retrograde can present challenges, it also offers an opportunity to reflect, to revise, and to refine our strategies. This new moon forms a sextile, a harmonious aspect to both Mars and Jupiter in Gemini, and Mars and Jupiter will form a conjunction and begin a brand new cycle, a 2-year cycle, August the 14th. And I think this new moon will already start to illuminate the energies of this brand new cycle between Jupiter and Mars. Now, Mars is the planet of action, drive, energy, and in Gemini, Mars becomes versatile, communicative, and mentally agile. Now, Gemini is an earth sign ruled by the planet Mercury, associated with communication, intellect, adaptability, duality as well. While Jupiter is the planet of expansion, growth, optimism, and higher learning. Now, in Gemini, Jupiter enhances curiosity, it enhances communication and the spread of information. And overall, this combination, the new moon in Leo, Jupiter and Mars conjunction in Gemini here, which will be exact on the 14th of August, can bring really significant developments in technology, digital communication, and generally there's also a potential for meaningful changes and new initiatives in education and learning. This could overall be a flourishing period for arts, for culture, for social interaction. Now, the new moon sextile Mars and Jupiter can generally stimulate economic activities, especially in sectors related to education, technology, communication, and Venus at this time. Venus at the time of this new moon will be at 29 degrees of Leo. Venus governs love, beauty, creativity, values, financial matters. And at 29 degrees of Leo, Venus signals those key important changes in financial markets, in economic policies, and there might be also a certain degree of focus on luxury goods, entertainment, and creative industries as well. Hello, Aries, and welcome to your horoscope for the upcoming new moon in Leo. So we've got a fifth house activation here. We've got the new moon in the fifth house, house of creativity, children, romance, self-expression, creativity, leadership as well, since we've got that Leo energy. So Leo will generally give those leadership qualities to your maybe ability to express yourself or to express yourself through art, through hobbies, interests. There is a little bit of that element, just to clarify that. All right, so we've got a fifth house new moon. So that what it could mean is that new creative projects. Remember, this is a brand new cycle. We've got usually, I like to look at the bigger picture. So 2 years, 7 months for each lunar cycle. And here you've got an opportunity for starting something brand new, a new creative project, for example, hobby interest that could generally be initiated around this time, especially since the Jupiter and Mars conjunction on the 14th of August will be in your third house. And I think that for many Aries, this could be related to a new business, a new project, written project, something to do with writing, communication, self-expression is being emphasized. So learning, studying. I think there is a strong emphasis upon these elements because of the Jupiter and Mars conjunction in your third, the new moon in Leo in the fifth, aligning harmoniously with that approaching conjunction. Now, for some, this could be also about a new romance, a new relationship that could emerge, maybe with someone that you already know, maybe with someone that you have met in the past. Because let's not forget, Mercury will station retrograde on the same day. It will move into your house of Leo from around the 15th as well. So maybe for some Aries, this could be about a new romance, or perhaps a second or attempt to a romantic relationship of some sort. This could be the case. So we've got this, yeah, so the sextile to Mars and Jupiter emphasizes communication, learning. Generally, there's a lot of mentally stimulating energy. Remember, the North Node is in your first house at the moment. This is a fantastic time to really work on your goals, objectives, for reinventing yourself. You've got a whole year for doing so. Next year, there's an eclipse in Aries, the final eclipse in this cycle. So brand new beginnings in your personal life. So this is a really great new moon for working on intellectual stimulating project ideas, goals, whatever it is, new course of study. Perhaps you want to write a book, a great time to start as well, especially if this is something you've been thinking about. Now, this could be also about some kind of involvement within your community, with someone with your community, and Venus being at 29 degrees of Leo, and Venus rules over 7th and second house. So in a way, this could be about here giving another chance to a romantic relationship, or perhaps having this strong urge to perhaps engage in some kind of intellectual activity that could bring more spark, excitement, and align you maybe with your purpose goals. I think there is a little bit of that energy of impatience could be the case as well. All right, so here we go. Thank you very much, Aries. Now let's have a look at Taurus. Really like the energies of this new moon. It's pretty straightforward and fun. Okay, now Taurus, welcome. Got a fourth house activation. So some new beginnings happening in your home sphere, emotional well-being. Maybe this is about finding the inner peace, emotional peace and quiet. A great time for new beginnings in the home sphere, for reinventing this area of your life, for finding more peace, tranquility, and generally for improving your living situation, redecorating. A great time for returning to projects that perhaps were started in the past, were on your mind for months, but you didn't have time to attempt to them. Mercury is retrograde, and it will move back into your fifth house as well. New moon in the 4th and Venus at 29 degrees of Leo in the 4th. I think there's a lot of energy here centered around home-related improvements, strengthening bonds with your family members, improving your living situation overall. We've got a sextile to Mars and Jupiter in your 2nd house. Remember, the conjunction will be on the 14th of August, a really fun conjunction, brand new cycle in Gemini. And generally, here this sextile emphasizes and highlights some financial opportunities and perhaps resource management. And generally, this is a really good time to concentrate on increasing or improving your income or your financial situation for making smart investments. Now, Venus at 29 degrees being your ruler here really encourages you to beautify your home environment, making it a more enjoyable and maybe more luxurious space. But I think that since this is your ruler, I think this is also about feeling impatient about a certain idea, project, home-related project, perhaps. So there is, I think, this energy that will really push you, stimulate you to do something that you've been thinking about or you wanted to do for a few weeks, days, months, whatever it is. But there is this energy of like, oh, I'm running out of time. I better attempt this task before it's too late. Right, so thank you very much. And let's have a look at Geminis. Geminis, welcome. Right, so we've got a 3rd house activation, which fits really well with the energies of the month overall. A lot of intellectually stimulating energy, Mars and Jupiter together in your 1st house in Gemini. I think your mind is so stimulated this month. Overall, it's the next 2 years are fantastic for learning, for reaching some significant personal milestones, for engaging in educational, intellectual pursuits. Think about this because you can really make good progress, especially in your career, if you maybe invest some of your time and energy into learning some new skills, or perhaps it's about refreshing existing skills, but there is that energy connected to learning, really emphasized with the 3rd house, new moon, of course. And overall, the new moon in the 3rd house really emphasizes new beginnings when it comes to communication, travel, learning, engaging within your community. For example, you might begin a new writing project or perhaps take a short trip. You might engage with your neighbors, with your siblings, for example. Now, the sextile to Mars and Jupiter in your 1st house really energizes you, is really energizing you, is boosting your confidence, is boosting your drive. And it's a really great time to start some new personal project and for asserting yourself more confidently. So here, definitely educational projects and intellectually stimulating are very much the case and highlighted and beneficial. But at the same time, got Venus also at 29 degrees of Leo, an erratic degree of Venus. And generally, this gives you a lot of magnetism. Your magnetism and your charm is really heightened at this time, but this can really help you to make a positive impression, maybe in social media, maybe in some professional interactions, for example, as well. But I think there is a lot of creativity that is activated with this placement and that ability to think boldly and with courage. And remember, your ruler chart ruler will be retrograde as of the 4th. So you will be also most likely returning to goals, objectives from the past, reviewing, reassessing certain goals and milestones as well. Thank you very much. And now Cancers. Hello, Cancers, and welcome. Now we've got a new one happening in your 2nd house. So here your finances and financial stability, security is highlighted at this time. Very much. So here we've got some financial beginnings and overall a major focus with this new moon on personal values as well, personal values. Now, for some, this could play out in a way that you may find new ways to earn more money, additional revenue, income revenue. Perhaps you'll be reassessing your spending and saving habits. Now, here, the sextile to Mars and Jupiter in your 12th house, it really encourages introspection, spiritual growth. I think many Cancers might be embarking on a spiritual journey, perhaps joining spiritual groups or reading books about topics connected to spirituality or listening to audiobooks. I think there's a lot of spirituality here with this upcoming cycle of Mars and Jupiter, which will be activated on the 14th of August. Lots of spiritual energy connected to personal growth, personal development as well. So a great time for meditation, retreats, and for generally addressing any subconscious patterns. Now, when it comes to Venus being at 29 degrees, that anaretic degree of Leo in your second house, so it can heighten your intuition, and I think you might have some strong realizations connected to your financial matters. And this can help you to make wise and inspired decisions about your resources, about your spendings, about your financial goals as well. Hello, Leos, and welcome to your horoscope for the upcoming new moon in Leo in your first house. So a really important brand new cycle in your first house, some new beginnings connected to your identity and your personal goals and objectives. So here, the new moon in the first house overall marks a really significant personal new beginning. And it's a really powerful time for setting personal goals, intentions, for reinventing yourself, and for stepping into your power, for regaining your power and strength. We've got a sextile to Mars and Jupiter in your 11th house. Here, Mars and Jupiter will conjoin on the 14th of August. So there will be this brand new cycle as well. And during this new moon, when the new moon connects with both Mars and Jupiter by a sextile, this really emphasizes anything to do with friendships, anything to do with networking efforts or community involvement. And you might be joining, I think you will be joining new groups or making influential connections, or you will be working on collaborative projects. Maybe not on the 4th of August, but I think these opportunities will come up in the very near future for you. Now we've got also Venus at 29 degrees of Leo here, first house. This generally suggests that your personal identity, your energy, your aura is really exceptionally strong at this time, enhancing your ability to attract what you desire and make lasting impression on others. So here we go. Thank you very much, Leos. And of course, Mercury will be retrograde very soon, so you'll be revising your finances. You might be returning to some goals from the past, objectives as well. Great time for that self-discovery, self-growth, self-development. These sort of themes might come up in August. Thank you very much. And now, Virgos. Hello, Virgos, and welcome. We've got a new moon happening in the 12th house this time around for you. So the area of subconscious, of hidden matters as well. And here there is a strong emphasis upon spirituality, upon inner growth. And the new moon in the 12th house highlights a period of introspection, a period of healing, a period of spiritual renewal. This is a time for generally taking a break and overall for reflection, for letting go of past patterns, of anything that no longer serves you anymore. Now we've got a sextile to Mars and Jupiter in your 10th house. And here, Mars and Jupiter will join forces on the 14th of August. They will begin this brand new cycle in the sign of Gemini. And I think this is a great energy here, following the new moon in Leo, then the conjunction, Mars and Jupiter conjunction on the 14th. This generally brings a lot of inspiration, creativity to your subconscious mind, subconscious patterns, and in both personal and professional sphere. I think this could be about a brand new career-related project. Maybe this is about studying, learning new skills. Maybe this could be also related to your organization, implementing new softwares, or they might be implementing AI. I think there is a lot of learning in this sphere, in this department, in the upcoming months for you. But overall, it's the activation of Mars and Jupiter in your 10th house. It really encourages you to pursue new career goals, new career objectives, or perhaps take bold steps towards your ambitions as well. At this time, we've got Venus at 29 degrees of Leo. That anaretic degree of Leo brings creative inspiration, especially here from your subconscious mind. And this can generally benefit you professionally and personally. So lots of creativity, inspiration, vivid dreams, and maybe some new beginnings from behind the scene. It's a time when you might be reinventing yourself. There's a lot happening on the inside. So I think a lot of energy that promotes inner growth, inner development as well. But at the same time, there's also opportunity for career advancements as well, without a doubt, with that Jupiter and Mars combination. Mercury will be retrograde also from the 4th until the pretty much end of the month. So you will be also reviewing your personal goals, your personal objectives as well, and lots of introspective energies. It's a great month overall here following this new moon to think deeply about your personal, your private life, and for implementing some positive changes in order to just find more happiness overall. Thank you. And now, Libras. Hello, Libras, and welcome. So we've got a new moon happening this time around in your area of friendships and groups, long-term goals, hopes, plans, and wishes as well. Mercury will be retrograde from this day as well. So lots of introspective energy, but I think you'll be also in the second part of the month, reviewing your friendships, groups that you belong to, your long-term goals and plans as well. Right, so we've got a new moon here in the area of friendships. So some new beginnings most likely here for your Libras when it comes to your social life, when it comes to your long-term goals and objectives. You might be joining new groups, meeting new friends, setting new goals, aspirations, intentions for the future. Now here we've got this new moon connecting by a sextile to both Mars and Jupiter, and this generally encourages, promotes, facilitates travel, higher learning, education, intellectual pursuits as well. So overall, this is a great time also for expanding your horizons through travel, exploration, or perhaps through studying as well. I think there is a hunger awakened for learning, for studying, for traveling, for generally for expanding your horizons, wings, for spreading your wings overall. I think there's a lot of energy activated with that Jupiter and Mars conjunction the 14th. And also Jupiter in your 9th house is fantastic for traveling, for expanding your horizons, for finding that inner spark that could lead you to your purpose. Thank you very much. And let's have a look at Scorpios. Scorpios, welcome. So we've got the 10th house activation this time around. Career and professional life here is highlighted. Now, the new moon here in your 10th house marks a really significant new beginning in your career and your public life. You might pursue a new professional path. Perhaps this is when you might be seeking promotion, or perhaps you might receive a public recognition, for example, setting new goals, objectives connected to your career, for example. But at the same time, we've got Mars and Jupiter here, conjunction coming up on the 14th, and this new moon connects by a sextile to both Mars and Jupiter in your 8th house. So generally, this energy highlights issues of shared and joint resources, investment, deep personal transformation. It's a great time to address financial partnerships, or perhaps dive deeper into some transformative personal work. So I think many Scorpios here in this new cycle between Mars and Jupiter might be diving deep into learning more about the hidden aspects of their personality, for example. But at the same time, we've got Venus at 29 degrees of Leo. And this generally enhances your professional charm and appeal, but this generally also boosts your creativity. It helps you to gain a good impression, or perhaps it helps you to become more attractive to potential collaborators or employers, for instance. Mercury will station retrograde on this very same day. So here, lots of introspective energy throughout August as well, when you will be reviewing, reassessing your relationships, maybe reconnecting with people you haven't seen, spoken to for quite some time. Maybe this is also when you'll be resolving some issues that may have occurred in the recent past in these one-to-one connections. Thank you. And Sagittarius now. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome. So we've got a new one happening in your 9th house. The ninth house emphasizes new beginnings connected to travel, higher learning, higher education, philosophical pursuits. Here, you might plan a trip or perhaps start a new course of study, engage in spiritual exploration. This could be also about engaging in activities connected to coaching or spreading knowledge, teaching, or maybe this is about some legal documents, paperwork, passport, visa applications as well. Now, we've got a sextile to both Mars and Jupiter. So here, the energy of contracts and paperwork documents is highlighted. But at the same time, here, this is also the area of love and relationships, partnerships, the seventh house. And this overall could be a favorable time for forming new connections, both personal and professional. Now, Venus is at 29 degrees of Leo at this time, and generally here this adds a touch of adventure, flavor of excitement to your interactions with others, and it can really enhance your appeal in social and romantic areas of life, context, if you will. Mercury will be retrograde as of the 4th of August as well until the end of the month. So here you'll be reviewing your career in August, most likely. And at the same time, I think this is also about reviewing your purpose and if perhaps any blockages that perhaps might be holding you back from reaching your goals, or perhaps you'll be also redefining your beliefs, your life philosophy, for example. Thank you very much. And let's have a look at the next sign. Hello, Capricorns, and welcome. Right, so we've got a new moon happening in Leo in your 8th house here on the 4th of August. The 8th house highlights deep transformation, shared and joined resources, intimacy. You might, during this time, you might undergo a really deep and significant personal transformation, or perhaps this could be connected to addressing issues of financial partnerships. Intimate matters might be also the center of this of conversations, perhaps with your significant other. It will be also connected to a very significant union, a new connection, something of a deeper nature, for example. Perhaps you might be looking for more depth in your existing relationship. This could be also the case. Right, now here we've got also this sextile to both Mars and Jupiter in your 6th house. Here, the conjunction between Jupiter and Mars will be on the 14th of August. This new moon activates these energies prior to these major conjunction in the middle of the month. So overall here, we've got this massive boost when it comes to your work life, when it comes to your health routines, a great time to start new health regime, or perhaps take on new responsibility. So you also have a chance to reinvent your daily routine, your lifestyle. I think there's a lot of practical energy, but maybe that need for versatility is activated as well, especially since Mercury will be retrograde from the 4th, and Mercury rules over your 6th house. So there's something that you're dissatisfied in your daily life, daily routine. It will here come up during the retrograde phase of Mercury. You'll have a chance to think about it deeper and maybe implement the necessary changes after this retrograde is over. Now, at this time, we've got Venus at 29 degrees of Leo in your 8th house. This suggests that you might be implementing some transformative changes into your life, something maybe through self-expression or creativity, through beauty. So overall, you are likely to find beauty and empowerment through some transformative experiences, both emotionally and financially. Thank you very much, Capricorns, and let's have a look at Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope for the upcoming new moon. And this new moon in Leo will be in your 7th house, activating your 7th house. And overall, a new moon in the 7th house will, of course, influence your one-to-one connections, one-to-one relationships. It generally emphasizes new beginnings in your relationships and partnerships area. And you might start a new connection, a new relationship, or perhaps you might deepen an existing one here. We've got Venus at 29 degrees of Leo at this time. That anaretic degree adds extra charm, magnetism to your interactions with others. And it makes it a favorable time for social engagements, interactions. Maybe this could be about some brand new connection with someone that you meet at a social event. Now, at the same time, we also have this new moon connecting to both Jupiter and Mars in your fifth house. Mars and Jupiter will conjoin, start a brand new cycle on the 14th of August. But at the time of this new moon, we've got an activation of these energies already. So overall here, this sextile, what does it do? It generally enhances creativity, self-expression, a great time for engaging in activities of a stimulating nature, a great time for creative projects, romance, recreational activities, and maybe this is about you and another person forming, creating something together. Maybe this is about mutual goals with another person. I think there's a huge or strong need to express yourself in some way. Self-expression is really highlighted. Maybe this is about working with your child as well. This could be also the case. Working with your child on a specific goal, on a specific project, or mutual involvement in specific activity. But overall, new beginnings in your area of one-to-one connections, one-to-one relationships. And here, maybe this is about signing your contracts as well. We've got lots of intellectually stimulating energy in your fifth house, which could be very much connected to some new hobbies, new interests in the upcoming future. So here we go. Thank you very much. And let's have a look at Pisces. Pisces, welcome. We've got this new moon activating your sixth house. The sixth house deals with everyday life, everyday routine. Now, the new moon in the sixth house overall highlights a brand new chapter, new beginnings in your daily life, in your daily routines, in your work sphere, in your health sphere as well. You might start a new job around this time. You might decide you want to implement healthier habits, or perhaps this could be about reorganizing your daily schedule. Now, bear in mind, Mercury will retrograde very soon, so this could be very much connected to also to reinventing your lifestyle, to maybe implementing some necessary changes in your lifestyle, or in these one-to-one connections if there is a need. But here with Venus being at that late degree of Leo, the 29th anarchic degree, this suggests that you might be seeking more harmony and more balance in your daily life. So if there is something out of balance in your daily life, in your daily routine, then the 29th degree of Leo and the new moon in Leo on the 4th will help you, or at least stimulate you, to implement more harmony, more balance in this area of life, especially since Mercury will be retrograde here in the second part of August. We've got a sextile to both Jupiter and Mars in the fourth house, and bear in mind that both Mars and Jupiter will conjoin on the 14th of August and start a brand new cycle in your fourth house, in your area of home and family dynamics. Now, here, generally, the sextile, the harmonious energy between Mars and Jupiter and this new moon, brings a boost of energy and expansion to your home, to your family life. Now, this is a great time for home improvements, for family gatherings, or perhaps for addressing domestic matters that perhaps need to be addressed around this time. All right, so thank you very much, Pisces.